Think about the biggest problem in your life right now. Maybe you're worried about money. Maybe you failed at something. Maybe someone rejected you. Or maybe you said something embarrassing 3 years ago and for some reason your brain has decided that 2 a.m. is the perfect time to replay it. Whatever it is, right now it probably feels important. But here's a strange question. Will it still matter in 100 years? What about 1,000? 1,000,000? In this video, we're going to zoom out farther than your brain was ever designed to go. We'll explore why your brain can turn tiny problems into enormous ones, why knowing that you're going to die may secretly influence the way you live, and why getting everything you want probably wouldn't make you happy for as long as you think. And most importantly, we'll look at psychological ideas that might actually help you worry less, make better decisions, and enjoy the absurdly short amount of time you have. Because maybe nothing matters, but that might not be bad news. So, let's zoom out. Imagine yourself wherever you are. Now imagine the building you're in, then your city, your country. Keep going. There you are on Earth, a small planet moving around the sun at roughly 67,000 miles per hour. And somehow, while traveling through space at that speed, you're worried about an email, which is kind of funny, but also completely understandable, because your brain doesn't experience problems according to their importance in the universe. It experiences them according to their importance to you. Imagine there's a mosquito in your bedroom. On a cosmic scale, completely irrelevant. At 3 a.m., flying next to your ear, suddenly it's the most important object in the known universe. Your problems work the same way. A presentation tomorrow can feel enormous. One negative comment can overpower 50 compliments. An awkward conversation can replay in your head for years. Not because these things are objectively enormous, but because they're close. Your brain wasn't built to ask, will this matter in 1 billion years? It was built to ask, could this hurt me right now? For most of human history, that was useful. Being rejected by your group could threaten your survival. Ignoring danger could get you killed. Your ancestors didn't need to understand galaxies. They needed to survive until morning. But now, that same brain has to deal with deadlines, social media, job interviews, unread messages, and whether someone put a period at the end of a text. We have ancient emotional systems living in a completely different world. So, here's something you can actually try. The next time a problem feels enormous, ask, will this matter in a week, a year, 10 years? The problem may still be real, but its size can change depending on the frame you put around it. This is related to what psychologists call cognitive reappraisal. Changing how you interpret a situation can change how you emotionally respond to it. But now, let's zoom out again. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old. Your entire life, maybe 70, 80, or 90 years, is almost nothing on a cosmic timeline. And there's something strange about being human. You're alive, and you know that one day you won't be. One influential psychological idea, terror management theory, suggests that awareness of death may push us towards things that give us meaning or connect us to something larger than ourselves. Family, religion, career, art, legacy. Something that might continue after us. But even being remembered is temporary. Think about your great-great-great-grandparents. What were they afraid of? What dreams did they have? What embarrassing moment did they think everyone would remember forever? You probably don't know. And someday, the same may be true of us. Earth isn't permanent either. The sun isn't permanent. Far into the future, stars will eventually stop forming. The universe may become darker and colder. And according to current physics, even black holes may eventually disappear through Hawking radiation. We still don't know exactly how the story ends. But if one day you disappear, everyone who remembers you disappears, Earth disappears, and even the stars eventually go dark, then answer this. If nothing you do will last forever, does that mean nothing you do truly matters? Yes or no? So, does nothing matter? Well, think about your favorite song. You know it's going to end. Does that make it meaningless? A sunset lasts only a few minutes. Does that make it worthless? A great conversation ends. Childhood ends. Vacations end. Lives end. Maybe something doesn't have to last forever to matter while it's happening. And this is where nothing matters can lead to two completely different conclusions. The first is, nothing matters, so why do anything? The second is, nothing has been assigned permanent meaning for me, so I get to decide what matters. Those ideas sound similar, but they create completely different lives. If the universe doesn't hand you a purpose at birth, maybe purpose is something you build through people, through curiosity, through creating something, through helping someone, through getting better at something you care about. Maybe instead of asking, what is the meaning of life? A better question is, what do I want to make meaningful? Because meaning may not always be something you discover. Sometimes it's something you create. But there's another problem. Even when we get what we want, we're surprisingly good at getting used to it. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. You desperately want a new phone. You finally get it. For a few days, it feels amazing. Then it's just your phone. You want a promotion, more money, more followers, more recognition. And when you finally reach the number that was supposed to make you happy, your brain quietly invents a new number. The finish line moves again and again. That's why the sentence, "I'll finally be happy when," can become a trap. When I make enough money, when I find the right person, when people respect me, when I become successful. There is always another when. So here's a useful shift. Don't build your entire life around outcomes you can't fully control. You can't completely control whether people like your work. You can control whether you improve it. You can't control every event in your future. You can control some of what you do today. You can't stop time, but you can't decide where some of your time goes. And maybe that's the strange gift hidden inside our insignificance. Most of your mistakes will eventually be forgotten. Most embarrassing moments keeping you up at night, other people probably stopped thinking about a long time ago. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need to wait until you're completely fearless before doing something important, because the clock is already moving. One day, you'll have your final ordinary day, and you probably won't know it's the final one. The last time you see someone, the last time you visit a place, the last time you do something you've done hundreds of times before. Maybe that's not a reason to be depressed. Maybe it's a reason to pay attention. Call the person, start the project, learn the thing. Apologize if you need to. Say no when you need to. Spend less time trying to impress people you don't even like. And when life feels unbearably serious, zoom out. Remember the planet. Remember the galaxy. Remember how strange it is that for a brief moment, matter in this universe became organized enough to look back at the universe itself and ask, why am I here? Maybe we'll never know. Maybe there's a cosmic purpose. Maybe there isn't. But until we find out, there are people to love, things to learn, problems to solve, places to see, ideas to create, and a very limited amount of time to experience any of it. So maybe in the grandest possible cosmic sense, nothing you do will last forever. But you're not living forever. You're living now. And if nothing automatically matters, then you have an extraordinary freedom to decide what does. So here's my final question. If you could choose just one thing that makes your life truly meaningful, what would it be? A person? A dream? Creating something? Helping someone? Or something completely different? Write your answer in the comments, because maybe the meaning of your life isn't somewhere in the universe waiting to be discovered. Maybe it's hidden inside your answer.